What we have to think about when it's getting hot is we're not just worried about our plants in general, because we're only seeing half the story. What we're also worried about is that soil that is keeping our plants alive. What we're trying to think about is moisture. So we're trying to keep that moisture in our soils. We're also trying to keep the humidity down, because with more humidity and as the temperatures raise and we're watering our plants more, we're worried about powdery mildew. So if you ever had powdery mildew, chances are you're gonna see it flourish this time of year. But when we start talking about watering and keeping that water in the ground, we have to think about something that is more of a sacrificial layer, and that is mulching. So with mulching, there's a couple different ways of going. There's a lot of different mulches out there. Depends on what part of the United States you're in, what part of San Diego things are available. We have to figure out what is that mulching and what is it being used for. So first off, mulching is there to kind of keep a dry layer. And the concept behind mulching is it's supposed to have a little bunch of little air pockets in it. So that way it's the buffer. So the smaller the air pockets that we can keep, the cooler it's gonna keep our soils, and we're gonna have less evaporation. I thought compost and mulching around my plants was supposed to stay wet. It's supposed to be that layer that's like, it's gonna hold that moisture right there. But actually it is supposed to dry out. So as we're looking at different ways to mulch, there's a couple ways of going. One, there's straw. So what's nice with straw, it's cheap. It's probably one of the cheaper ways you can go. But when things are on the cheaper end, there are some things we have to think about. One, I see a lot of seed heads here. I just pulled that handful and there's a seed head. This means that there's gonna be seed, and it's probably gonna be wheat. So as you put this around your garden, you're gonna have wheat growing everywhere. And we kind of consider that a weed, because wheat needs a lot of nitrogen to grow. So it's gonna be robbing our plants of all that nitrogen. But as we put this down, as we're looking, it's gonna have a bunch of small air pockets in it. That's why they build houses out of bales of straw, because of that R value. But the other thing with straw is it's all made of silica. And silica, there's not really any nutrients. So yes, as we're putting this down, it's gonna help our plants stay cool and our soils hold that moisture, but it's not feeding our plants. And then we mix it in our soils once we're done and we're going into a cooler season, it's not really gonna do much for our soils. Because if you ever try to compost straw, guess what? It's gonna look like straw at the end. So here at the nursery, and what I've over the years kind of decided is I'm gonna use mulch. And what I use is our compost, which is pretty much like a mulch. It's that in-between state. So you'll notice that this stuff looks brown and it looks earthy. That means that that coloring and that kind of smell that you're getting from this, that means that that compost and mulch is ready to break down and feed your soil. So typically I'm gonna put down an inch or maybe even 2 inches of this on top of my soil, and I'm gonna spread it out nice and evenly. I don't want a bunch of lumps, because lumps are gonna cause irregular heating of that soil, of that mulch. So as I'm laying this down, I'm keeping it about 2 inches away from all my plants, and I'm gonna water it in. The water is gonna flow, it's gonna kind of leach in some of that chicken, maybe that rabbit manure into our soils. And then at the end of the season, when I'm all done, I can skip that kind of time of using straw and having it pull it out of my garden, make a pile of it, and I'm gonna go ahead and just mix that compost right back in. So to beat the heat, let's think about mulching. Putting down a couple inches, figure out what mulch works best for you. One might cause a little extra work, but it's cheaper. The other one, once again, costs a little more, but it's gonna feed our plants and it's gonna go right back into our soils. So maybe you're a visual learner or you wanna talk to somebody about how to do these things. Come visit us at the nursery and we'd love to talk to you.